Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of 22 Minutes. I am Jason Bates, bringing you the lender side of things, and he is Mr. Stephen Cotton. He's going to bring us the realtor side of things, and then together we're going to hopefully not only entertain you, but also, yeah, there you go, bring you that valuable content that you can use when you're looking to buy, sell, refinance property. Sorry, my hair is a mess today. One of those
Was gonna
days.
say something. Right. I think they're all glad you apologized for what's
Yeah,
going on upstairs. All
yeah.
right.
Sorry.
Public announcement.
Yeah,
Public
public
apology.
announcement, right? Hey, if you're looking to do any of those things, we want to talk to you. So you can do that by heading over to our Facebook page at 22 Mins. If you're not already there, and if you do head over there, please like the page. We're getting close to that 1,000 likes. We're trying to get there desperately, but we need your help. So please like our page. Would appreciate that support. If you're watching
I
us
don't know
on
what number.
YouTube, this is actually on YouTube as well right now, live. So if you're watching us on there, please give us that thumbs up and share with your friends and family, your sphere of influence, and consider subscribing. So there you go. There you go.
I don't know what number we're at, but I know we're having a contest, and I keep forgetting to get the stuff ready. But it involves something like this.
There you go.
If you want your own Jason and Stefan mug and or Jason and Stefan shirt, I think some gift cards too. I'm
Yes.
just trying to figure out how to do the details. My wife tells me she told me how to do it, but I have to write it down because I don't remember. But I think we're only about 20 likes away from hitting that magical 1,000.
Yeah, we're not far. We're not far at all, off at all. Also, if you want to participate in the show, you can do that by being at our Facebook page. Write your comments below on this post here. They will show up right below us here, so you can participate in the show, which
Yes.
would be very cool. All right, we always do a tweet quote of the day. Had some tragic things happen over the weekend again. Oh man, it seems to be just
Amazing.
getting, huh?
Amazing. I mean,
I know.
it's weird, right?
It's weird. It's weird. Something's in the air. All right, let's get to today's tweet quote of the day. Kind of ties in. And there you go. Oh man, an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. Gandhi. You know, I saw this tweet and I thought, well, because our initial reaction, based on what happened over the weekend, and Britain's initial
Right.
reaction would be to, hey, we gotta eliminate these guys, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know.
I like it. I like Gandhi's robe. That looks very comfortable, isn't it?
He got that from the Ritz Carlton.
Yeah, right. You got to return. You can't take them home with you, Gandhi. Those aren't complimentary.
Yeah, that's a complimentary robe there, Gandhi.
Yeah.
But wise words there. I mean, I don't
Right.
know, man. Who knows what the right answer is? It's a tough world out there for sure. For sure. Hey, this is Monday Newsmakers, so we talk about all the things related to real estate and news that is newsworthy, if you will. And if you're a first-time watcher, I didn't say this in the pre-show there, but if you're a first-time watcher, we do this Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Arizona time
Yep.
over on our Facebook page or on the YouTube channel. Periscope, I'm not doing that today, but maybe tomorrow we'll do that. I know. I know.
Today's a big day for
I wanted to
Periscope,
do
man.
I wanted to do it on YouTube and kind of I left that platform and send out the recordings over there. So now I want to try to change it up a little bit. Change it up. Change it up. All right, let's get to today's top newsmakers because we got some good ones here, and I want to get your thoughts on it. Okay.
Sure.
All right, the first one here: home appraisals. We've talked about this before. The Fed now is starting to step in on these appraisals. And some of you, we've had some. We don't have it so much here in Phoenix, I would say, as far as turn times and issues with turn times. But in other parts of the country, appraisals are a big issue. Northern Arizona, appraisal turn times are a big issue. So the Fed is hearing people about it. The pressure from various areas of the country to get appraisals in a timely fashion at a reasonable price has been heard in D.C.
Right.
The Federal Reserve and other bank regulators have decided to temporarily set aside state appraisal laws in certain areas. The advisory would allow appraisers credential in one state to provide their services in a temporary basis in another state experiencing a shortage of appraisers without going through the licensing process in that state.
Wow.
I think this kind of is maybe in the Seattle, Portland area because that's they're having some big issues up there. The biggest change in temporary waivers can be obtained to set aside certification or licensing requirements. In our meeting today at the Appraisers Qualification Advisory Committee in D.C., the ASC pointed out that this may not affect as many appraisals as hoped because it will not supersede Fannie, Freddie, and FHA guidelines.
So,
So it's a step.
so let's talk about Portland. That's at Seattle so much. In Portland, Vancouver, they're right across the river, and both of them are pretty big cities. So I imagine somebody that's Washington licensed will go over to Portland and do some work.
Yeah.
I don't know how many Portland appraisers need to go over to Vancouver, but
Yeah.
I
Well,
thought it
and
was
I
going to be
think,
something when you
yeah,
said
and,
lax guidelines. So
yeah. Yeah. And
I
I
thought if
think,
you go ahead, I'll tell you what I thought. Sorry.
yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to step on your toes there. I think too, it's not really addressing the issue of how do you get more appraisers into doing appraisals too, right?
Right.
Because in northern Arizona, I mean, it takes weeks to get an appraisal back up there because there's just so few appraisers doing appraisals up there, and the properties are so spread apart. So travel time, I mean, an appraiser can only do a couple appraisals a day tops. We're here in
Right.
Phoenix,
Because
they
then
can do maybe three or four.
well, you do them, and then you still have to do the paperwork on them. I mean, it's not like
Right.
I think each appraisal takes 2, 3, 4 hours maybe with paperwork. I don't know. Maybe you get it down to a science after
Yeah.
you get it going. But um, how long does it take to become an appraiser?
That I don't know. I do know you need you did need a college degree. So there you go, 4 years, right? To become an appraiser. Then you had to be under an appraiser's watch, if you will, under their wing for a couple years, I think. And then
What?
and then you got to pay money to get your certifications per the state and FHA, and there's a lot to it, man. There's a lot
Two
to it,
years
and
internship?
I think so. It's a long time, man. I don't know if it's a number of actual appraisals, and it may just take 2 years to get that number. I don't know, but I know it's a
I'm gonna,
long time. It's not
I'm gonna
like
Google it.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's not a quick process. It's not.
not like a realtor. Just
No.
take 2 weeks a class, take classes for 3 weeks,
Which
go get your license.
this kind of story, and I know this is may not seem like a lot, but I think that this may push innovation to become more automated, which Zillow has tried to do, right, with Zestimates and things like that, which has already
Yeah,
caused a lot of problems. So, and I saw some other websites out there too that also claim that they provide, more accurate than Zillow as far as estimates and valuations and things like that. But this innovation is going to push, or this lack of appraisal and the turn time is going to push innovation to where
right.
be careful what you ask for kind of thing, right? Because we may get a system put in place where the values just come in low and we're going to have to go through that adjustment period.
I don't know why. I mean, and I know I don't want to take. We have so much things to talk about, but appraisers get about $400 to $500 here in the valley. Um, why is this? If you can do two a day, that's like a lot of money. That's like two
No,
hundred
they
thousand
don't,
a
but they
year.
don't get that stuff and they don't get that.
Oh, they don't
So
get paid that. What do they
no,
get paid?
the appraisal management company takes a cut of that and then whatever's left
Okay.
over, the appraiser gets. So,
Mm,
maybe the appraiser gets $300 per appraisal, which,
that's still
that's a fair amount. It's a lot of money. But when you're talking
do two
drive time,
hundred
wear and tear on the car, I don't know. I don't know.
200 days of work for $600 a day. That's $120,000 a year.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. And I'm not denying a lot of money, but I don't know the cost in there too. Does it cost
Right. I
$100,000
don't
to maintain? I don't know.
know.
I know. I'm exaggerating, of course. I'm
hundred
exaggerating.
thousand dollars to maintain.
I'm
That's
exaggerating, man. I'm
yeah,
exaggerating.
yeah. I know. I just want. Here's what I'm just saying, guys. If there's somebody out there looking for a job, appraisals I think might be your meal ticket.
Maybe you and I should become appraisers.
Yeah, part time. We'll do this show. We'll do one appraisal a day a piece. Then we'll
All
count the
right.
money. All
All
right.
right, next one here. Next one. Debt to income ratio. This is a big factor in getting people approved. Fannie Mae is releasing 10.1, version 10.1, Fannie Mae, which is the automated underwriting engine that Fannie Mae uses. And they oftentimes change their guidelines, trying to be more flexible. This is part of the problem with lenders, right? And getting deals done because it's always changing. There's no set standard here. But in an effort here to try to accommodate more buyers into the home, they're going to allow for debt ratios above 45%, up to 50% debt ratio.
Okay.
This change takes effect July 29th, the weekend of the July 29th. So, my question to you is that a good thing or a bad thing? Are we
It's a
going
great
down the
thing.
rabbit hole?
Yeah, no, no, it's a great thing. I agree. It's 100% great thing
Okay.
because people are spending this money on rent anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're gonna rent a place, they're gonna spend $1,500 a month. They can buy a house of equal or lesser value. The parents are gonna be 1350, $1,400 a month. So regardless of the debt to income, they're gonna be spending more money in a rental
Yeah.
and get less house.
Yeah.
So let them get a house. Let the people get a house.
Yeah. Let them get a
That's
house,
what I say.
right? So yeah, on July 29th, we're going to see that change. Doesn't say though. It doesn't say if that's going to require, from 45 to 50% if they're going to need more assets and things like that to offset the higher debt to income ratio. Doesn't really go into that. It just says that they're going to allow for up to 50% debt ratio.
So let's say somebody makes I don't know 40,000 a year, right?
Hmm.
Just I'm making an easy number. Let's say it's 4,000 a month. That way it's an easy number. So the 5% means their debt to income from 45 to 50 is about another $200 a month,
Hmm.
right? So they can
Hmm.
afford a $200 a month more in property, which
Yeah.
$200 more,
Big deal.
$200 more in a property is like 30,000. I mean,
Yeah.
including the taxes and the stuff.
Yeah.
So if they can afford a $200,000 home, now they can afford a $230,000 home, which might
Yeah.
be what makes the dream home for them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, big
So
deal. It's a big
I think it's
deal.
great.
It is a big deal. And Fannie Mae does allow for above 50% debt ratio now. I want to be clear about
Yeah.
that. But it's very, very limited in very extreme situations. So they're claiming that they're going to open it up to more general public
I
there.
think it helps. If
Yeah.
people are going to spend that money on a rental, then let them buy a house with that money.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. And it's all going to be put in perspective. Debt to income
Yep.
ratio should not be just one thing. But if you got somebody who doesn't pay rent right now and they're looking for a 50% debt ratio and they got no savings, they're getting a gift, these things start to layer up and the
Right.
risk may not be
Right.
warranted, right? But in
Yeah.
certain
Not
situations, it is.
guaranteed. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. All right, next story here, and I want to get your take on this, Stefan, because I'm sure that you hear this quite often. Why home prices can continue to rise is the headline on the article here. Home prices have soared back to pre-meltdown values and even beyond in many markets. People are asking, doesn't this mean home prices are too high, and are we in another bubble? Not really, according to the Zillow research. Zillow, here's Zillow
Well,
again, right?
Zillow. Right. Right. Or we're going to put Zillow
We're
now.
going back to
Well,
Zillow here.
let's disregard everything Zillow says about estimates, what your home's worth, and everything. But let's take it seriously about this research.
Right. Let's take them serious about this. Right. Exactly. Shows some amazing statistics. Borrowers are spending less on their homes or less of their income on housing than they did in from 1995 to 2000. Incomes during the implosion rose while prices were just climbing back to their original levels. Another amazing fact is that renters spend nearly twice as much on their income on housing than homeowners. How's that for a sales tool? You were just mentioning that, as a matter of fact. Case Shiller claims home prices jumped 6% in March alone. So
Yeah.
basically, the argument is here you're spending less of your income toward housing, so therefore it can go up. Housing can go up
It's not
than
every day that
pre-mill.
I can bring up my March Madness thing. I will call it March Madness here in Arizona because there's so many buyers. Baseball, spring training. You got the snowbirds. I always say that if you can't find a buyer in March, then maybe you shouldn't be a realtor because it's not your calling. But houses going up 6% in March is, I would say, something we see quite a bit of because
Yeah,
people put their house on the market end of January, and all these
right,
people are here saying, "Wow, I can buy an affordable house in beautiful
right,
Arizona." But yeah, so my take again is what we talked about with if you're going to spend that money, make them spend that money on rent. Why not let them buy? So
right,
so
right.
prices are still going up because there's no supply.
Yeah, Yeah, as long as it makes sense. I agree with you 100%. 100%. All right. Hey, next one here. I want to run. This was on the local news here. And this is about cloud based,
Cloud block.
yeah, cloud block. Have you heard of this?
Only from what you said this morning
Only
before
from
the show.
okay. This is pretty cool. I think this is really really cool here, in keeping our community safe. And I'm not sure why it hasn't been adopted sooner, quite honestly. But it's very very innovative. I like it a lot. So let me play the news clip here and get your thoughts on it afterwards.
Well, taking action to keep our communities safe, Phoenix police hoping to use the security cameras at your home to cut down on crime in your neighborhood. The virtual block watch program is expanding to the whole city after launching just a few months ago. So far, we're told more than 70 home and business owners have volunteered their private surveillance camera footage to investigators. Now, through a mapping system, police can see how many cameras they have and which ways they face.
We've got everything available from doorbell cameras to highly sophisticated closed-circuit television systems on businesses and homes.
So again, we want to reiterate, this is a voluntary program and police do not have a live feed. If you'd like to take part in this, we've posted all the details on abc15.com.
There you go.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty cool.
I like it.
Yeah, right. I mean, like you said, doorbell. I have a Ring on my house. Love it. Like it a lot. And to be able to use that to keep my community safe, why not?
I don't know how safe it's going to be, right? Because it shows your front door. Does it show the cars going around?
Yeah, it shows the cars out front in mine anyway. Okay. It does show the cars. It's not good enough to get license plates or anything like that.
Right. At least they say, hey, there's that red car. It went that way.
Yeah. Right. So
I had an AC get taken on one of my flip properties before we started the flip. And so right now we have a AC in place, but I was thinking about putting a camera up there to kind of deter it. But yeah, I mean, someone's stealing a vacant house's AC unit, that'd probably be deterred if there's cameras on.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right. I mean, they'll probably come out with signs that you can put in your front your lawn saying, "Hey, Phoenix has access to my camera." 24/7 surveillance or something. I don't know, something, right? Anything to deter these idiots out there. And unfortunately, there are quite a few of them. All right, next story here. This is first-time home buyer. We've talked about many times about how difficult it is to save for a home, the down payment, and save for that down payment, and why down payment assistance is so popular right now. Well, some states are taking it to another level. Arizona hasn't adopted this yet. I hope that they do. And if you want them to, please reach out to your lawmakers to hopefully incorporate this. But the headline here is more states okay first-time homebuyer savings accounts, and so Minnesota is the latest state to adopt a first-time homebuyer savings account, joining other states. These accounts allow individuals and families to save for their first home by putting a percentage of their income or a capped amount of funds into an account that is free from state income taxes.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool, right? I think that's pretty good. I hope Arizona allows for that and people can put that into a income tax free. I don't know if the employers have to participate in that or how that's actually set up. But this is actual law in Minnesota.
Yeah. It depends on how the law's set up, I imagine. But to be able to say I want to take $150 out of each paycheck, for the next year so I can buy a house, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good, right? Especially for somebody who's maybe working on credit or other things. This is a pretty good plan to do that. And I don't know if that money could be transferable, if it has to be used for first time. It doesn't. The article really doesn't go into that.
Right.
But I thought it was pretty cool, and I think I hope Arizona starts to adopt it. Pennsylvania is asking for it too. I think Colorado has it. Well, here it says New York, Oklahoma, Maryland, Utah, Louisiana have also shown interest in approving their own legislation on first-time homebuyer savings accounts. But I think Colorado is one of them that has it, and I saw a couple other states. Oh, here we go. Colorado, Mississippi, Iowa, Missouri, and Oregon are the states now that currently have it. Okay. So there you go. There you go. I don't know why California. I mean, California should you think? I mean, as expensive as it is there to live. Mississippi,
How cost of living in California is pretty high, but I guess they make a lot of money making movies.
Yeah.
Whenever I think California, I just think movies, right? I mean, but the fact is, there's a lot of people that aren't making movies in California, right?
Yeah, yeah. There's other industries there, I'm sure.
Yeah, almonds.
Hey, last story here. Last story. Phoenix tops U.S. population growth. This came
Yeah,
out
we
like
need
a
to.
week and a half ago or something like that. It was kind of big news here in Phoenix. It's good though. It's good. It's good for Phoenix, right? The only thing that I worry about when these sort of things come out, Phoenix, I think, is the fourth largest or maybe third largest city in the country now or something. I don't know. It's
Well,
up there.
you must count Glendale and the surrounding areas then. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. It's the Phoenix is tops in U.S. population growth according to the data from the U.S. Census Bureau. Phoenix added 32,113 persons in its population between July 2015 and July 2016. That's more than any other city. Los Angeles added 27,000, San Antonio 24, New York 21,000 during the same time. So the only thing I get worried about is water, right? Water is a precious resource here
right.
in Arizona. We had that many people, and they have like 10-year or 20-year, 50-year water plans for growth. They won't allow certain permits without having that kind of plan and access to water. But still, I always worry about that.
Well, yeah. What should we figure out the solution? Here's how they say you make $1,000,000. You identify a problem, and then you're the first one to go to market with a solution. That's how entrepreneurs make their money.
There you go.
So let's figure out this water solution. Maybe that's what we should spend our time on. Oh,
Yeah.
what we'll do is we'll take our seed money from our appraisal business that
Yeah.
we're going to do. Every $200, we're going to put $100 towards our FHA down payment savings, and then $200 towards the goal of finding more water or something,
There you go.
or the alternative for water.
You're rich, man. You're rich.
Well, with these ideas, we will be right. It's a crystal ball.
Yeah, crystal ball. Actually, Phoenix is at 4.6 million people. That ranks 12th nationally as far
Okay.
as Phoenix goes. So, but it's good. It's good for homeowner purchasing of homes. We talked about, will they continue to rise earlier in the show? Hey, if the population is growing, that means demand's going to be there. Well,
Right.
that means probably housing is going to stay up there as far as
That number you gave us is about 8 people per day. Were coming into town between July and July. So 8 people moving into town now, family of 4 or family of 3.
yeah,
But still, 8 new people a day moved into town.
that's a
They need
number.
houses.
They need housing.
Well, 8 more people moved in than moved out. So it could be like 20 people moved in and 12 people moved out or whatever. But the net was 8 a day.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I think it's going to be good for the future in real estate. So if you're looking to buy, sell, refinance, or invest in property, we want to be your team of choice. So please reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. Head over to that Facebook page at 22 Mins and like the page while you're there. Our numbers are right below us here, so you can always contact us that way. Follow us on Twitter, on the Twitter handles above our heads there, and we'll be sure to respond. Hey, again, if you're a first-time watcher, thank you for being here. Really appreciate that. And we do this Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Arizona time. So catch us on the live show tomorrow, Tuesday. Trending Tuesday is going to be tomorrow's episode. So until then, everyone, we're going to wrap it up for today because we're out of time. And I know the clock restarted there, but that way.
Good stuff.
But we're gonna wrap it up for today. So everyone, have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.
Thanks, everybody.